Have you ever had where you've gone in and you've done a blood test and they've told you you have a deficiency? I mean, I get it all the time with people with vitamin D, vitamin Bs, and different things like that. And that if we're looking for something that is lacking, like a lot of people will talk about as we get older, our NAD is not available and we lose some of that, or glutathione factors that become negative, and you go and you start taking something to support that, and yet for some reason nothing seems to change. The deficiency is not seeming to correct itself, so you think, oh, I just need to add more and more in there. Well, I want to talk about this today because oftentimes the problem is not just about lacking or having a deficiency, but there's other factors that can play into if you take something, if you're going to absorb it, if it's going to help improve things, if it's going to help balance it. And I want to talk about those different things that impact that. So first of all, with a deficiency itself, it's not saying, sorry, I totally messed that up. You're looking at something if it's in a bioavailable form. So when you're taking something, you'll find there's something. So you hear a lot, the popular one, methyl B12. If you take methylated B vitamins, your body doesn't have to methylate it, so therefore you can absorb it and you can have it available. Those are great. But if we're taking them and we're not fixing the problem, there's other things that we're lacking as well. So we're not methylating well, we're not detoxifying well, we're not also getting in minerals more than likely well. So there's a lot of things that are compiling. So while we may fix one problem, we're not fixing another. And we have to look at the whole problem because we don't want to just keep having more and more issues. And a lot of you believe that it's just we're getting older, so therefore this is just life. It doesn't have to be just life. We want to be able to get our basics functioning properly. And it's not just because we're getting old that things stop working. Yeah, there can be things here and there, but a lot of it has to do with toxicity and things in our environment that impact that. So we want to get the function appropriately happening as well. So nutrient interaction. So like I was saying before, if you're eating a food and it's robbing you of something, so let's just take oats. Oats is one of those things that everybody feels is a really healthy food that to eat. It supports everybody. Then, but it has the phytic acids in them that can rob you of minerals. Minerals play a lot of function in digestion, sleeping, mood, all these things. So if we're eating a food and it's not done, or let's say it even just has glyphosate in it, so then it's taking away stomach acidity, that may be impacting our B vitamin deficiencies, that could be impacting calcium deficiency, that could impacting our collagen in our skin because of the sulfur factors. So one food can be robbing us or creating a certain circumstance that's inhibiting us from having the benefits of the things we need. If we could just take that food out, or we get a sprouted organic oats that we have every now and again, it can change the whole playing field of what we're lacking or what's robbing us. There can be other things that can be happening there too. So the nutrient, also, like if you're taking high dose B12, you're depleting other B vitamins. If you're taking high dose magnesium, you could be depleting your calcium availability because your body is competing for these things. So then we have other things within like health issues. So if you're someone who has celiacs, which with celiacs, I feel a lot more people are impacted by that than we think, due to more of the food and the sludge and the lack of digestion that's building up. I feel like we've moved more less from celiacs, which we all label it, everybody has it, it seems. We moved away from that more, I feel like, and to just people are not digesting. So the food is sitting on our gut walls and putrefying and inhibiting us from absorbing things. And I feel like that is a lot more of the issue that's going on with people than what we give it. And so many people are on antacids and all these things that are inhibiting the digestion from doing what it needs to. We're our own worst enemy. That's part of the problem with our digestion. Then we have, so celiacs is building up a sludge we can't absorb. If you got Crohn's, you got damage on the walls. So if you don't have healthy gut and you don't have a healthy support of the body itself, therefore your digestion isn't going to work appropriately, and that's going to be causing us a lot of our problems. So even if you take a supplement, it's not going to matter because it's not going to be able to absorb appropriately. Then we have certain people with certain gene factors that make it harder for the body to convert. Again, it's oftentimes about an enzymatic activity. So we can get the bases needed for that enzymatic activity. We can really create a different factor. I had a lot of people when I worked at the health food store that would come in and they were taking something that just wasn't working, and we would just give them the converted forms like CoQ10. A lot of people want the CoQ10. Well, ubiquinol is what the actual converted form of that, and so then it makes it easy on the body. Which those things again are fine for the time, but if you can resolve the deeper issue, you should. Now, I do get that there are some people that it's not, but I find that we're all clustering ourselves into that. It's like, oh, it's just my genes. I'm broken. When a lot of things are actually very, very capable of being fixed by the diet, by supporting it through supplementation or adding in certain foods and doing these different things can make a massive difference. So, and also we have people that like, so the NAD or the glutathione, it's about other things that activate that process to happen. Vitamin C can play a lot with the NAD, the nicotinamide ribosomes. That is a lot. Your vitamin C, your blood flowing, enzymatic ability to break things down, glutathione. Often there's a lot of things are happening, bitters and greens and things like that. It's about almost irritating the body with glutathione to activate an enzyme to force it to go down and digest things. But people are taking it in loads thinking, but if you're not getting that stressor factor, glutathione is one of those things that you're kind of just wasting your money. Anyway, and a lot of these you can get. I don't prefer doing the IV of all these things all the time. While they may force it, you want to, the hardiness of your body and the ability to maintain your youthfulness is about enabling your body to do the things it needs to do, and that we're bypassing that. And there may be a time that you're not going to have access. We hit these crazy times and people aren't having access to everything that they need to, and things become shortage. All that stuff goes by the wayside. But if you've done the work and gotten your body working appropriately, now your body can do it by itself, and you're thriving and surviving. So realize when you're looking at supplements, there's so many out there. One, most of them don't have what they say they have in them. Two, they're putting things in there to make you feel something. Three, they're not really even bioavailable or in a way that the body can recognize it. Four, you can actually create a deficiency if you're doing an excess or high dose of certain things, if you don't know what you're doing, how to balance it. So you do want to be working with somebody who understands and can help you balance that and is listening to what the body's telling you. And you're looking effectively. The goal shouldn't be to get on something and just stay on it. The goal should be get on it, support the body, get in balance, and figure out what's creating the deficiency to eliminate that or do something different that works for you. So I hope this is helpful. This is just kind of a generic look at nutritional deficiency and supplementation and how running out and taking something doesn't always balance it. Even the best of things, zinc. You do too much zinc, you inhibit your copper, which your vitamin C can be a thing. So oftentimes when we high dose something, there's a counter effect of something else that's getting depleted. Therefore, when we do it in the whole foods, the greatest thing about that is that you have a balance of all the things in it versus just high dose one specific thing that can create a deficiency. And like your fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, those have a lot more to do with just the vitamin as much as like how's the liver doing to break that down? Are we getting fats? Is it in a form that my body can actually use, or does it still have to convert things? Am I maybe stressing? Vitamin D is easy one of those. If you're not having calcium with your vitamin D and you're lacking that, your body's pulling it from the bones and robbing you. So it is important to know what you're doing, to work appropriately, and to be somebody who's going to have that caution of overdoing it. So I hope this is helpful. If you guys have any questions or need direction, you can do a survey. We can set you up on a plan, or you can join my memberships even. I have my basic membership, which that I give you information. Not to mention you'll have access to the other blog that will have protocols and things like that on it, and more detailed information for you. And then you have access to me by text message. If you do the higher one, we do meal planning and things like that as well. So hopefully it's helpful. If you guys have any questions, visit my website, utahfoundationalnutrition.com. You can order supplements there. If you're patients, you get a discount, so you can do that through me. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.